Hello everyone, I'm Justin. Welcome back to the Geek Review. Avengers 2 Age of Ultron. I liked this movie. I really did. Was it better than the first film? Absolutely. Is it the best Marvel film to date? No. Now, I've been a fan of Joss Whedon for a while. I love pretty much everything he's put out, all of his TV shows and the movies that he's done. He is a very good when it comes to characters and relationships and dialogue. And, when Joss Whedon was announced to direct the first film, very excited, loved the first film. And this film was the same kind of Joss Whedon excellence that you come to expect. Now, like I said, Joss Whedon is amazing when it comes to writing characters and relationships and dialogue. And those three things are done fantastically in this film. But Joss Whedon also has his flaws. And those of you who are familiar with Joss Whedon's history, particularly things like Firefly and the first Avengers film, then you kind of know what those flaws are. I'm not going to mention it because, again, I keep all my reviews spoiler-free. But yes, this is a very Joss Whedon film in both strengths and weaknesses. Now, getting off on that point, let's start with the good points of the film. Nearly all the characters are given proper growth and development in this film, and that's great. I mean, this film really, really explored the characters and, again, how they relate to each other and how they are as people. In fact, by the end of the film, nearly every character is changed from how they were at the beginning. And not just the main cast either. Pretty much any character that was introduced and given a name and proper dialogue was given some development. And that's fantastic. Like, there were very few characters, well, rather named characters, that were kind of just shunted off. And I love that. The effects, of course, you're going to love it. But let's see. Yeah. There were a few instances of certain characters showing up at certain points in time, but not showing up at others. And yes, this is most definitely fan service. I get it. It's a Marvel film. Did it take away from the film as a whole? No, not really. I mean, you kind of see where it's coming from, and you know why it was done. But for the most part, this fan service could have existed outside the film, like not been in the film at all, and it really wouldn't have made things any worse. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's fan service. They're going to try and cram in, as many characters as they can. So certain characters show up. Hey, we're here to help you guys out. We're here to save the day, that kind of thing. It wasn't really needed. Like I said, it's not it's not the worst flaw of the film, but it is the most noticeable. Now, the biggest flaw of the film was the main villain, Ultron himself. Now, don't get me wrong. James Spader did a fantastic job. Oh my god, his performance was amazing. If you see the film for anything, see it for his performance, because it is just spot on. Well, not so much spot on, but like, he was witty and clever and creepily evil all at the same time. It was not a robotic performance. It was damn good. However, Ultron himself was probably written a bit too human, in my opinion. I mean, here's his character, and he's set up in the film to be this powerful, super brilliant, like, really a force to be reckoned with. And for being such a powerful, intelligent character, he makes a few bad decisions. More than a few bad decisions, actually. And yeah, you could argue it one way or another, but I think in trying to make Ultron a more relatable human character, they wrote him too much like a human and not so much like a robot as he should have been. And really, Ultron is one of the biggest flaws in the film. If you talk to other people who've seen the movie, Ultron is kind of the weak point. And again, it's a small weak point in a sea of awesomeness. And there is a lot of awesomeness in this film. There are fantastic moments. There are moments that will have you cheering. Moments that will have you... moments that will have you crying. Moments that will have you go, just... Yeah! Because it's Marvel. And again, all this awesomeness and just a little sour note in the corner. The writing was superb. I mean, pretty much every plot point and plot twist and, everything in the story was explained or given some reason within the context of the story for why it was there. Really, there were very few plot threads left dangling, except for those to set up for future films. And yes, this does set up for future films. There is, of course, a mid-credits teaser, but there is no end credits button. But again, stay to the end of the credits. It's worth it. Yeah. Final verdict? A rating. Absolutely. Should you see this movie? Yes. Should you pay for this movie? Definitely. This film had a lot of heart and a lot of love put into it. It's Marvel, so it's going to make a lot of movie anyway. But, it's not just your typical superhero film. At least anything that DC has put out. Joss Whedon is very good at writing. He does an exceptional job with these ultra-powerful, gods, for more or less of a different word. But yes, it's worth seeing. It's worth checking out. Take the kids. They're going to love it. James Spader's creepy but not scary. And yeah, even the scary moments are still lighthearted. Because that's what Joss Whedon does. He does lighthearted. So, we're back. Geek Review is ready to go for the summer season. We had a few weeks of nothing really coming out, but stay tuned for more. Like, share, subscribe. I'm going to start putting these out more often as more and more good movies come out. I'm Justin. This is the Geek Review, and I shall see you at the next one.